Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to the Remarkable Man Show. Today, it's all about going from the big wedding to the big breakup. What happens in the middle is where a man loses his soul. Let's go. Gentlemen, the world needs remarkable men. This is your time, and this is your show. I'm your host, Dwayne Klassen, and welcome to the Remarkable Man Show. Yes, gentlemen, this is your time and this is your show. Welcome to the Remarkable Man Show. I'm your host, Dwayne Klassen, and today we are going to dive into one of the biggest challenges a lot of men are going through, and that is the breakup after everything had been going great. Now, I'm doing this video because this episode is incredibly important. If you're brand new to the Remarkable Man Show, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, and really help us grow the algorithm because this is so important. These conversations need to get in front of more and more men. It's just the way it is right now. And the information that is out there for men is growing, which is great. I am really pumped and excited about what is available to a lot of men, but they don't know which one is going to work best for them. And I'm hoping at the Remarkable Man Show and also on our sister channel, the Remarkable Man Project, that you get what you're looking for, because we're here to level up your game, to give you the tools, the resources, and the unvarnished truth to become the remarkable man you know is within. It's a journey. It always will be a journey. There is really no finish line to becoming the remarkable man within. It's just your highest and greatest version of you. Now, I wanted to do this episode because, brothers, this is coming out of a conversation I had with a dear friend. And I've known this fella for going on 30 years. Yeah. And I knew his now wife as a girlfriend. In fact, I was there on the night they met at a nightclub many, many years ago. They got married and he literally disappeared. He disappeared. He lost himself inside the relationship. Now, perhaps they are perfect codependent people and they got pregnant. He's a dad of a lovely young lady now. However, he has incredible levels of anxiety. He has incredible levels of social challenges. I'm telling you, for the last 15 years, he has not been a happy camper inside the relationship container, but yet they stay together. Now, his wedding, like most weddings, was glorious. It's a thing of beauty. And you think, you know what, this is great. And I want you to think perhaps about your wedding, or you went to a friend's wedding and it was just knocked out of the park, just a beautiful show of love. And you're thinking to yourself, damn, did they ever nail it? Wow, look at them. They are so happy. These things are wonderful. And I am a fan of love. I truly am. I'm a fan of marriage. If that's your jam, then you knock it out of the park. But I am also such a fan of relationships that if you're going to do this, do it well. I mean, step up and truly be her champion. But what happens along the way is that so many men put so much energy into the relationship container that they don't put any energy into maintaining their friendships with their buddies. They don't maintain their relationships with a brotherhood. Now, a lot of men are in situations where the wife, the girlfriend, the common law doesn't necessarily agree with the caliber of friends that her man has and may subconsciously sabotage his efforts to maintain that friendship. There's been moments where a friend might phone the home before cell phones. And she would answer, and yeah, I'll get him the message, no problem. And he never did get the message. Or it is a situation where maybe those relationships aren't so great as his brotherhood, his friends, where they could step up and support him more rather than trying to undermine what he's trying to connect with. But the caveat here is when a man is struggling inside the relationship container. This is where the friends become so important. Not to jump on board and try and undermine what he has, but truly get to where he's at as a brother. You know, what's going on for you? What's happening with you? Now, my buddy, he knows what I do. But every time I ask him, so hey, how's the relationship? It's a no-go zone. We're not allowed to talk about it. It's just a clusterfuck in his world. And quite frankly, he doesn't want to change it. It is a place of comfort for him. And because it's that comfort zone, it's what he's known for decades. It's so scary for him to launch outside of that. Even though his daughter is now on her own and doing very well for herself, they still haven't made that disconnect. Or if it's not the disconnect, then commit to the reconnect. If we're going to do this, if we're going in it for the long haul and we're going to be in our rocking chairs together out on the porch, then damn it, we're going to dig in and figure this shit out. Rather than being ships in the night, he has a literal, visceral response every time I ask about her. How's she doing? Yeah, he does not feel good inside the relationship. And perhaps she's making him feel unappreciated. I don't know, brothers. I have no idea what's really going on. I just know he is not happy, and he has not been happy for a very long time. And he doesn't reach out. I mean, the last time I saw him was a couple of weeks ago, but I hadn't seen him in over 2 years. Now, hey, just like most of us as brothers, we can go the distance when it comes to our friendships and not see each other in a while. And we get back together and it's like, there it is. We're right back to where we once were. These are wonderful things. However, if you are finding yourself in a relationship container right now and you've got no one to reach out to, or the one you do reach out to is not supportive from a friend standpoint, rather would see you single and get divorced so you can go out drinking and partying and doing what you used to do, that's not necessarily a friend. A friend will stand by you no matter what your situation is and be your confidant, be your brother, to be that sage that stands with you, stands in the fire and going, hey man, ever need to talk? I got you. I got you. And he's not there to undermine what is going on inside the relationship or undermine what you got so he can sneak in. Oh yeah, you know those guys. It's out there. I'm riffing on this because it's important of your happiness and who you are as a man. Because so many men, when the breakup happens, they're already shadows of their former selves. They've really reduced themselves into being just beat up, torn down. Like they're just completely emasculated. They're just husks of what they once were. And yet there you were at the wedding. Woo, what a party. What a great show of love. You know, just like most couples, maybe the first 2 to 5 years were absolute bliss. Maybe you've beat the curve and you're in 7 to 10 years. And if you're 15 to 20 years in and you're still looking at your babe as if she is just the one, congratulations. I am so proud of you, man. Because if you can find your beloved inside who she is, that makes everything happen. And I remember watching a video years ago, and I don't know if it was a news crew or a social media influencer was interviewing this elderly couple, and they were married for over 50 years. It was over 50 years, I'm sure of it. And he asked, what is your secret for longevity inside a relationship? And they both looked at each other and they just kind of giggled. They were just like, you know what? It's really not a secret. We just didn't try to change each other. We fell in love with who my beloved is. They just fell in love with that person. And they didn't try to change each other. And that I find that incredibly refreshing and interesting because of their age. They made that decision decades ago before most of us are even considered being in a relationship or dating. And yet decades ago, they had that awareness to not try to change each other. Now, you can learn and grow with each other. You can challenge each other to be better. As long as you're doing some growth, they're doing some growth, you can meet each other in the middle. And I would hope that both of you, if you're in a relationship right now, that both of you have a passion for personal growth and self-development, that you truly are elevating who and what you are, so that you are making the best of what you've got. And then if you do have children, that you're passing that on to them. Because brothers, wow, being a hero to a child in today's world, it is unbelievably challenging compared to my generation, or perhaps even your generation. They are stuck on social media, and you've got to parent outside of that container. And the only way you can do that is by setting firm values and boundaries. And you got to get them unplugged. And then when they look up from their device, whatever it is, that they're looking at mom and dad as a team. That's mom. Wow. I love how she looks at dad, how she respects dad. And she says, I love you to dad. And not only does she say it in words, she says it in deeds. Oh, I love it when mom makes dad's favorite dinner. Dad he's a totally different man. Wow. I love it how dad is so playful with her when she's cooking. Remember, children are the observer. You, my friend, are the way you are inside relationships, whether that's dating or in the relationship dynamic. You are showing up because of how you modeled your parents. You observed, you saw how mom interacted with dad and how dad interacted with mom. I mean, how many times did mom belittle dad or nag dad or just berate dad? Or dad could never do anything right. What do you think your blueprint is? Yeah. Dad, on the other hand, was he shut down? Did he close off? And all you saw was a man reading a newspaper, or maybe you never saw him. Maybe if you wanted to see your dad, you had to go down to the neighborhood bar. Everyone has different realities. We are learning from our parental blueprints. So know this, that no matter what's happening right now, if you do have children, brothers, they're modeling their trajectory after you. So if you have adult children that are married or about to be married, their marital success is going to be based on how you showed up as their hero, how you showed up as a champion to their mom. Yeah. Because the dad is the leader. That masculine energy, that masculine frame is the initiator. And as a man and as a young boy, you're learning everything about your relational makeup. So if you find yourself right now going through the hard after a breakup, or you know the breakup is imminent, it's happening, how you show up now is part and parcel, probably how your dad showed up. And I caution you, be very mindful of your distractions. Are you drinking more? Are you sedating more? With drugs or with porn? Are you just disconnecting from everyone, including your children? Be mindful of how you're showing up. It is a link to how your father showed up. So you can break the chain to your children by just being present during this difficult time. You've got to make sure that the children are not feeling like they are at fault for your breakup. Even though you see them playing, you see them, they know that it's not about them. There's some way, somehow, they're going to attach it to it being their fault. Why are mom and dad not together anymore? Why are mom and dad breaking up? Why is dad now living somewhere else? They will find it in themselves. And you, if you are a son of parents that broke up, I can guarantee you that you took it on some level. Depending on your age, you still took it on, and you have that core wound from that time frame. Something changed, something shifted. There's a rare opportunity for things to actually be better. And I talk about this in my coaching. It's in my book, The Remarkable Man. It's about showing children you being happy, dad being happy. And if you can't be that happiness within the relationship, then it is going to be a blueprint for your children. Case in point, the gentleman that I mentioned that doesn't want to talk about his relationship, his daughter has some serious social anxiety and challenges simply because she probably witnessed her parents never being happy. Everything was always eggshells. No one was really deep in their emotional regulation. They just weren't holding it. So she picked up on that, and now she's challenged in social dynamics. Now she's doing okay. She's doing okay. But I say this only because children pick up on the nuance that doesn't get talked about. So you have a responsibility that the breakup isn't just about you being either left out of the loop and abandoned, if you will, or set free. You have a choice. Which is it going to be? So now, if you are going into a single situation, you've got to make sure that you are not a sad sack. You are not, navel gazing, and you're not toxifying mom against the children every time you see them. You have got to show them you being happy, that you're going to be okay, that you're strong. And you can have those conversations about, yeah, it's tough. And I get it, that it feels that your world's falling apart. I feel you, but I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to be your rock, and we're going to get through this, and we're going to be okay. We're really going to be okay. And mom is having the same conversation with the children. You've got to get on the same page for that. You've got to make sure she is truly on board with making sure the children are not effed up around the situation, that she's not saying, oh, it's dad's fault, or I'm miserable now because of dad. No, get on the same page, my friends. Even if all the other stuff is a shit show and you can't agree on anything, please agree on this, that you're going to have a co-parenting agreement, that you can raise these children to the best of your ability, never poisoning the children against mom or dad, ever. So yes, I get relationships start off with a bang and everything is sunshine and Skittles. You guys are finishing each other's sentences and you just know that she's the one. But somewhere, somehow, you both found that you, at this stage, made a huge mistake. And the only way out of this is to exit, to get out. If that is your true core feeling, then seek answers. Seek help if you can't seek it within your brotherhood. Reach out for coaching. Reach out to have a powerful conversation. Let's talk about where you want a breakthrough. You could really deepen in to what really ignites you and how to turn this around without the stigma of therapy or a psychologist or counseling. Men's coaching is a whole different animal, brother, because it's about igniting your authentic masculine power. It's about igniting parts of you that you perhaps felt that you have lost for decades, never thought you would get it back. But this is all about reinvention. This is about you turning the page and seeing who and what you are, perhaps for the very first time. And this conversation that I'm offering you could be the most powerful conversation and the one you've been wanting to have for a very long time. Click the link in the show notes to book your breakthrough discovery call, or click the link to my calendar, because you matter, brother. Your relationship matters. Your children matter. My friends, I know this is a very nuanced conversation and there's lots here. And this is why I want you to engage. Share a comment. What's going on in your life? Does what I say represent something that you've experienced in your life? Whether you're dating, whether in your long-term relationship or married, or maybe it's been a few years and you're coming out the backside and you've now had a few years to reflect and understand how you made some mistakes along the way, what you would have done different. Comment. I would love to hear it. Let's get the conversation going. Brothers, you truly matter. And this is why I'm doing these long form conversations about what's going on within themselves, and to know that they're not alone on this journey, that they're not the only one that is going through the shit show. Brother, you're not broken. You're truly not broken. All right, my friends, that's what I got for you today. I hope this is of value. And if you want to watch the video version, go to the Remarkable Man Project YouTube channel, and you can watch it there. And if you're on the YouTube channel, go to iTunes or Spotify or any of the other podcast platforms to listen to the Remarkable Man Show today. And as well, join our school community. The Remarkable Man Project School community is there for you to help you uplift your life in a group environment with men from around the world that are up-leveling who and what they are to be the remarkable man within. And of course, get my groundbreaking book, The Remarkable Man, Champions to Women, Heroes to Children, Brothers to Each Other. It's a true game changer. You can get it on Amazon today, link in the show notes. Brothers, now more than ever, this world needs remarkable men. My question to you is, will you be one of them? Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to yourself. And thank you for being here on The Remarkable Man Show. We'll see you on the next episode. Remember, you're not alone on the journey. At the Remarkable Man Project, we've got your back. All the best. Cheers. Thank you for listening to the Remarkable Man Show podcast. If you like what you heard and you want to know more, go to dwayneklassen.com for your free resources. As well, subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and most podcast platforms. And leave us a 5-star review to help grow the channel. Watch the video version on the Remarkable Man Project YouTube channel. Now get out there and be remarkable.